Alright, welcome everybody. Today I will be showing you spots for the Valkyrie cameras on the Emerald Plains map. So I basically found 20-ish Valkyrie camera spots on this map, and they all revolve around the bomb sites. So I'll pretty much be going from site to site and showing you where these camera spots are. So to start off with this first spot, it's gonna be in administration. If you shoot the top part with your deagle, you should be able to open the hole into the other side. And of course, you could use the deagle to make a bigger hole because sometimes you cannot see both of the parts very clearly. And what you can do is toss it right here. It should be looking between administration and meeting, and you can see both of the hallways and the bomb site itself. So it's a very useful spot. Now for the other camera spot that I'm going to be showing you is going to be in the CEO office. And if you go underneath the desk and you try to check the camera as far as you can, and try it as many times as you can to put it as far away as you can, because sometimes people from the window will be able to see you if you do not place it as further away as you can, because sometimes, as you can see, it's hard to see the camera itself. And if you use it, you should be able to see people pushing from the window, from the hallway itself, and the rest of the site. So it's a pretty neat camera spot to have. Okay, as for the third camera spot, if you go from administration into the music hall at the end of the hallway and you place a camera right here, you should be able to see the end of the hallway. You should be able to see the door that's going for the outside and the other hallway on the left on the east. It's a pretty neat camera to see if somebody's pushing this side or not. And now from here, if you go to the left from the music hall into the hunting hall, there is a camera spot beneath the sofas itself. So if you place the camera right here, you should be able to see the door and a little bit from behind. But the most important part is if somebody's trying to push the site itself, you should be able to see them pushing the door. All right, we're done with the other side. We're moving on to the statue gallery. So if you go outside here on the clock hall, and if you toss a camera right here on the top, you should be able to see the door of the statue. You should be able to see the stairs and a little bit of clock hallway. The only thing that you don't see is the window. Of course, you can move the camera a little bit on the side if you want, if it doesn't fit you, but mostly it's good because if somebody pushes the stairs, you should be able to see that, or the hallway itself. All right, so if you want more of a cheeky camera spot, what you can do is you can go into the clock hall itself, onto the statue gallery, and you can place one camera right here at the corner, and you should be able to see most of the site. And especially if somebody breaches the wall right here, which leads to the outside beyond this one, you should be able to see these people as well. All right, as for our next camera spot, number 7, if you go from the gallery into the library and you go right here where this globe is and desk, what you can do is you can put a camera right in this spot in the corner. And what that'll give you, it'll give you a view of the library push, and if somebody's pushing down below, or the site itself. So it's pretty well hidden, and if somebody sees the default camera, he shoots that, but he doesn't see this camera right here. Now, if you want more of a purposeful camera, you can go from the library part here near the window, and you can place a camera right here. It should not be visible from somebody pushing from the hunting hallway, and it should be looking at the stairs itself. So if somebody's pushing, you should be able to peek them and potentially get a kill. Oh yeah, and also for one cheeky spot for number 9 that I almost forgot is at the waiting room. So if you're literally in administration and you walk over to this little room, what you can do is place a camera right beneath it. It takes a couple of tries, but once you make it, you should be able to see somebody pushing from the wall outside. So if somebody's opening this wall, which is usually reinforced because attackers like to push here, you can use this camera and maybe able to peek them if they're on their drone or something. All right, now we're moving on to the dining area bomb site, which is downstairs. If you go outside of this door, you should be able to see this red sofa, and what you can do is place a camera wherever you want underneath this sofa, because it's a really neat camera. It kind of looks at the stairs, the hallway, and if somebody's trying to push the door of the site, you should be able to see that. Now, if you want more of a risky camera spot, if you go from the sofa into the hallway right here, what you can do is you can place a camera right in the middle here, and what it will look at this 90 corner, the door itself, the hallway, and the push from here at the lobby itself, where attackers could easily push from outside. So it's a pretty neat camera, but it's kind of easily seen. So it's kind of like a high risk camera, but it gives a really good info. Now, if we go into the kitchen from the other part of the site, if you go outside of this door into the east fountain, what you can do is you can place the camera right here where these leaves are. And you can put them lower or higher, it doesn't matter. It takes a couple of tries because sometimes you're not going to be able to get it properly. But if you do, you should be able to see the part of the fountain and outside of the kitchen area. But if you want more of a camera that looks on the whole area, what you can do is you can place a camera spot right here, right between the leaves. So this way you should be able to see the whole fountain and above it, and the outside of the kitchen area as well. So yeah, it is a little bit more visible and it's kind of easier to see if somebody spots, but it's a camera spot that gives you more information at least. Oh, and also one decent kitchen spot that you can have is if you go from the kitchen into the pantry itself, there is a metal part right here, and if you can check a camera right there at the corner, you should be able to see people that are pushing from outside and inside the pantry if they open the wall and push inside. Now, if we move on from the east fountain to the west fountain right here and this bomb side here, bar, what you can do is you can place two camera spots actually here. One is right here and one is in the corner right here. So if you place them, it's really hard to distinguish if it's a light or if it's a Valkyrie camera, and it gives you a look at the stairs and the east fountain itself. But if you move the camera and if you place it right here, you should be able to see the door of the site, the fountain, and the hallway itself a little bit better. So it's more of a, if you want to hold the door, it's a bit of a better spot to have. Now, if we move from the west fountain into the bar and then go from the bar to the lounge, what you can do is you can place one of the cameras right at this light in the middle. So this should give you a view of somebody pushing from outside and the pool itself, as well as this wall right here if it's open. So it's kind of a neat spot to be able to like peek somebody if they're outside of the wall, or maybe even see for them if you have an operator that has that. Now, if you want more of a multi-purpose camera, what you can do is you can open up the wall right here with your deagle, and you can put a camera in the corner right there, and you can open it even a bit more so you can see more of the site basically. But yeah, it gives you a view of the bar, a little bit of the outside wall, and the whole outer site itself with the bar stock door here and the hallway of the west fountain right here. So it's a really good camera to have, and it's not visible for the attackers themselves. So it's a pretty decent spot. Now, if we go from the pool itself to the lounge and then the mudroom itself, it's a big hallway that has a lot of openings where the attackers can push. So what you can do is you can place a camera right here at this corner on the top. It's a fairly visible-ish camera. None of the attackers are going to be seeing this camera if they push from the west side itself. But if you want more of a hidden camera, what you can do is you can go right here at this double wall corner and chuck a camera in the corner here. So what this camera can do for you is you can still see the hallway itself, even though a little bit of a narrower part. You can keep this camera very well hidden, so the attackers are not gonna have any idea that it's here, and it looks at the door of the site itself. And as for the last two camera spots, if we go from the mudroom into the lobby here, there is an outside door. So what you can do is you can place the camera on the light right here. It doesn't have to be perfectly aligned. It looks at the lobby, so if somebody's trying to push it, you should be able to see it. And for the attackers, it looks like a normal lamp. It doesn't look as weird. So it's kind of a hidden camera, but in plain sight. And for the last spot, if we go back from the mudroom to the lounge and into the bar, there is an outside door, which looks at these two walls, which are usually reinforced. There's a couple of spots where you can place a camera right here. You can place one right here behind the broom, because usually the attackers won't be able to see this camera right here. And it'll easily show the attackers that are pushing here. So that's one of the spots. The other spots, you can put it in this haystack right here. Or you can place it somewhere on the shelves right here, or maybe on top of the shelves if you destroy all of these. And just put one of the cameras right here, which will look down beneath here if somebody's on the door or on the reinforced wall. Alright, that'll be it for this video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you find some other Valkyrie camera spots, share them with people down in the comments. And don't forget to like the video if you liked it, share it with others if you found it useful, and subscribe, as it helps me share my videos with more and more people that play Rainbow Six Siege. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video in a couple of days, and until then, goodbye.